We welcome you to Santa Barbara for CCL Baseball on the Foresters Network. Today, the Stars will conclude a two-game series against the Menlo Park Legends and play their final Saturday game of the regular season. I'm Hunter Shoemaker alongside Nate Martin, and we welcome you to Eddie Matthews Field. Well, Nate, yesterday the Stars won 12-0, an all-around solid performance from the Foresters.
What a performance it was indeed, Hunter. 16 hits. Fantastic day offensively. You know, Esker went 3 for 4. Terrence Kill went 4 for 4. Just a great offensive day. Gambardella 3 for 5. And then if you look at the pitching staff, I mean, only allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, struck out 10. It was a really, really solid all-around day. And, you know, with who the Stars are lining up off on the pitching staff today especially, you'd expect the same. A.J. Crodell getting the start.
And he'll be facing this lineup for the Menlo Park Legends. Leading off in center field, Charlie Degler. To bat second, the shortstop, James Bowes. Batting third, Mitchell Birdsall, the DH. Batting fourth and at first base, Will Anderson. In the 5-hole, the second baseman, Austin Rabago. To bat sixth, the right fielder, Cole Curtis. Cal Zamitis will bat seventh at third base. Emilio Feliciano in the 8th spot. To bat in the 8th spot in left field defensively, Deuce Filter in the 9-hole does the catching with Dylan Trammell, the starting pitcher for the Menlo Park Legends. Well, here is Charlie Degler, and A.J. Crodell will get his 7th start of the season. He has been a treat to watch, currently leading the CCL in strikeouts at 41 and just 27 innings pitched.
And it really isn't that close either in terms of guys who are, you know, kind of behind him. He has been absolutely dominant on the mound. Yeah, really, really impressive stuff so far. The next closest guy in the South Division is Decker for the Oaks with 30. It's been a great day pitching-wise for players.
And there's 2 bench warnings on the standoff for the national anthem between the two teams. Bench warnings being issued, and Menlo was the last team standing. The Stars broke first. Just a pair of individuals were outside their respective dugouts. Bench warnings were issued, but first pitch underway and ball away for Charlie Degler.
I think it might have been Gambardella, the last man who was standing there for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Wasn't willing to give in, but eventually did.
1-1 now for Charlie Degler, who enters today hitting .375, and after what happened yesterday to Quincy Villa, we did see him before this game, the man who was hitting the helmet first man up. This is fair over to Caden Miller, and Miller will win the foot race 1 away, and Degler, one of the more speedy men on this team, is retired for the first out. But what we were saying with Quincy Villa, the man who was hit in the head yesterday, on just the 3rd pitch, we saw him. He was okay and walking around and not playing today, and maybe playing tomorrow when the trip continues for the Legends up north to slow. But Degler got bumped up to the top spot in the order after hitting 9th yesterday. But he is retired, and here's James Bowes. Lifts it in a shallow right. Terrence Kill goes out. 2 out.
TK back at second today. We saw him a bit there yesterday, of course, and he's been doing a really good job filling in a position where he didn't really play at all in the spring. Got some run at second in the fall during, you know, kind of preseason ball with the Aggies. But he's done a pretty good job over at second defensively.
No one on, 2 down. Here's Mitchell Birdsall. First pitch is down, and Mitchell serving as the DH today for the Legends, hitting .271. A.J. Crodell, one thing he does, loves to work quick. There's ball 2, and here's the defense for Santa Barbara. Xavier Esker's at third. Nate Castillon is at short. Terrence Kill is at second. Caden Miller is at first. Zane Becker does the catching. In the outfield, Caleb Hoover in left, Mick Paul in center, Brenton Clark in right, and it's a 2-1 count for the DH. Comes a 2-1 pitch from Crodell. That's on the inside corner, 2-2.
Crodell likes to work fast and pound the zone. He said the league leader in strikeouts, and a very good last performance.
2-2 pitch, strikes him out. Great start for Crodell through a half inning. No score, and the Forster bats coming up next.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
No score into the bottom of the first inning. Here is the lineup for Santa Barbara. Leading off at third base, Xavier Esker, back for a second year, making his debut this season. Jack Holman, UC Santa Barbara Gaucho, just finished up a year there, will be the DH to bat second. Batting third at second base, Terrence Kill. In the fourth spot, and in right field, Brenton Clark. In the five hole in center field, Mick Paul. Doing the catching and batting sixth is Zane Becker. In left field will be Caleb Hoover to bat seventh. Minute Castillon bumped up to the eighth spot. The shortstop, Caden Miller, will bat ninth. And the first baseman, Dylan Trammell, get his first start of the season, Nate, even though it is his 11th appearance.
Trammell is a guy mainly been used as a reliever, as you said. Last pitch last week against the Crawdads. A win for the Legends. A couple of runs in his one inning of work in the season, working with an ERA of 8.10, 11 strikeouts to just 8 walks.
We'll be facing Esker, Holman, and Terrence Kill. And Santa Barbara, after their win yesterday, now 22-9 and maintaining just a half-game advantage over the Conejo Oaks in the battle for the Southern Division. As, of course, the Menlo Park Legends do play out of the North. And the second and final time that these two teams will play in the final CCL game of the season for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Crazy how that time of the year has already come around. And Esker will look at strike one from Trammell.
Time flies when you're having fun, Hunter.
That's going to miss away. 1-1 Esker. Fantastic day yesterday.
Really good day. 3 for 4. Had a double, couple of RBIs as well.
1-1 the count. That's chopped outside of third base on top of the third base dugout for strike two.
Chance to talk with him after the game and gave all the credit to the rest of the lineup. He was just like, yeah, it was just a great day for us all around. Pitching staff was firing. That makes, my job a lot easier when everyone else is doing their job.
A 1-2 pitch is down the left field line, and it is fair down into the corner. Esker digging for two and will cruise in standing, and a leadoff double starts the game for Santa Barbara.
The Stars picking up where they left off. 16 hits yesterday. Got one in the first batter of the afternoon. Nice leadoff double for Xavier Esker. Just like that, a runner in scoring position for the new man, Jack Holman.
So here is Holman. First game this summer, and if you've been with the Foresters last season, you will recognize that name. Swings on the first pitch, and will go out of play, strike one. Holman played this last season with UC Santa Barbara, and if you listen to the pregame show yesterday with Bill Pintard, the manager for the Santa Barbara Foresters, enlightening us, saying Holman's done of eligibility, no more college years left. Chance at the end of this regular season, see some live ABs, and here he is. 1-1.
How good is it to have Jack Holman back in the mix? Ridiculously good summer last year. 381, OPS above 1,000. Got some really nice pop on him.
Man, at second, nobody out. This is popped up. It's on the infield. Under it is Rabago. one away.
That was just under it, but you could see how long that ball hung up in the air for. If he was able to get a little better bat to ball on that, that could have been leaving the yard.
And here's the defense for the Legends. Zamitis is at third, Bose at short, Rabago just made the plays at second, Will Anderson, first baseman. Deuce Filter does the catching. Emilio Feliciano is in left, Charlie Degler in center, Cole Curtis out in right. Esker at second, one away. Here's Terrence Kill, the second. First pitch inside, and TK is another one of those guys that you look at what he did yesterday. 5 runs batted in. There was a play initially that we said he reached on air, but was eventually changed for an infield single. So TK, 4 knocks yesterday with a walk, and he's quickly ahead 2-0.
Yeah, what a day it was, and really happy to see that for him. Had a really hard, week batting wise up until that point, and then going 4 for 4. Said after that first hit, he could just tell he was going to have a day.
That's on the edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. And TK buffed his average by 30, just under 30 points yesterday. Hitting 282 today. Entering today, I should say. 2-1. Into left field. Out there is Feliciano, playable for the left fielder. 2 out, and Esker will hold at second. And a big second out for the cause for Dylan Trammell, the starting pitcher for the Legends.
Big second out indeed. Yesterday, the Stars were able to get their leadoff man on and able to pass the bats around, getting a couple of runs in. And Trammell hasn't really let that happen. Forced some pop-up and then that fly out to the left. Good job after the leadoff knock that can so easily throw you off the game as the pitcher.
Trying to work around a leadoff double by Esker. It's now Brenton Clark. One of the toughest outs in the entire league. Yesterday, Clark was able to bring home a couple of runs. 2 to be exact, and on the year, 13 runs batted in. He's got number 14 in the form of number 12 at second base. That's away, and Trammell falling behind again in the count. 2-0 for Brenton Clark.
Yeah, this is a guy you don't really want to do that against. Clark's got a really solid eye. On base percentage of .520.
Two 2-0 pitch. Off the end of the bat. Strike 1. The final game, the official regular season for Santa Barbara. We'll have the final game of the regular year tomorrow against the Coastal Dodgers, a non-CCL team, but final countable game in CCL play this afternoon. 2-1. Drops it in for strike 2.
Clark is a tough out, as we said, though, but 0 for 4 yesterday. The Legends pitching staff did a good job of forcing some weak ground outs from him a couple of times.
Trammell 2-2 pitch, and that's rifled over the third base dugout. Good read from Clark, stays alive. Should he reach, Mick Paul will be next for the Stars. Can they capitalize on a leadoff double by Esker? Who's just been held up at the second station. Trammell, 2-2 pitch. Good battle from Clark.
A couple of times now where Brenton's fouled one off, taking his time and going to opposite field, but he's just a little too late on it for it to go fair. He loves sending balls in the opposite field.
Yes.
He's done it so many times this summer.
Here comes the 7th pitch. It's another 2-2. Inside full count.
You had a pitch to give there if you're Trammell and you decide to go with a breaking ball into the dirt. I really like that from him, trying to see if he can get a swing from Clark. Clark didn't give in there, though, and now you got to find the zone here on the 3-2.
2 down, Esker at second. Trammell, the 3-2 pitch is down. Ball 4, and Brenton Clark in his first plate appearance, a 2-out walk, continues the inning.
Tough take at that as well. It was just a little too low in the middle of his zone. A lot of batters would have swung at that pitch, but not Brenton Clark.
2 on, 2 out. That's going to bring up now Mick Paul. Paul's been all over the lineup this season for Bill Pentard since coming to the Forsters. And it is down the right field line and rolling down into the corner. Esker will score with ease. Clark is going first all the way to the plate. Down to second is Paul in a 2-run double, and Santa Barbara strike first in the opening inning.
Not only a 2-run double, Hunter, but a 2-out double. You know, so many times this summer where we've seen the Stars down to their final out, but continuing to fight. And what a piece of hitting by Mick Paul out on the pull side and just over the first baseman, Anderson. Nice hit for the lefty.
It's now going to bring up Zane Becker, 2 runs in. The plate appearance starts with a high slider. It's ball 1. So back-to-back base runners for the Stars with 2 down. Clark has made a 2-0 game. It's now a 2-0 count for Zane Becker. Becker hitting 265 entering today. It's a 2-0 in the dirt. Nice cover by Filter. 3-0.
Yeah, and got the chance to play yesterday after Sawyer Farr exited the game in the 4th. 1 for 3, a nice single.
That is ball 4. 4 straight balls from Dylan Trammell. So with 2 down, he has walked Clark. The 2-run double by Mick Paul and a 4-pitch walk to Becker.
And that's why 2-out knock like the one that Mick Paul had earlier in the inning is just so tough mentally. You think you're all but through the order, but and you give up that, and it's hard to settle back in afterwards on the mound.
That's now going to bring up Caleb Hoover, serving as the left fielder today. That was back to first pitch, 0-1. Caleb had his 2nd homer of the season. Yesterday, he also had a single, plated 2 runs.
And that home run was a nuke, Hunter. 395, 1-3 off the bat.
Fooled there, and the ball will be covered enough by Filter. Runners hold. Hoover quickly down 0-2. With 2 away, Paul is the lead runner. Becker is now at first. 2-0 the Forster lead. This is a 1-hopper to Rabago, and it's through for a base hit. Clark from second is coming home. Curtis is going down to third base. And a 2-out RBI single for Caleb Hoover, and it is now 3-0 Santa Barbara.
Now batting the shortstop, number 24, Nate Castellon.
Really nice job by Caleb Hoover. Firing that one after getting down to his final strike. Stars up by 4 here.
And that's high off Castellon. He gets hit up high, and he's down. Trainer's going to come out and take a look at him. But the Forsters pushing in 3 runs. We'll step aside. The trainer's going to come take a look at Nate. Back after this.
Nabarro.
So great to see Nate Castillon walk off with some assistance with the trainers. Makani Nabarro will take over in his spot, and we hope everything, all the best with Nate. He's okay in just his second day with Santa Barbara, and it's hit up high, but that's going to load up the bases. Makani Nabarro will now run at first base with 3 runs in, 2 down. The last 5 men have all reached base for Santa Barbara after Dylan Trammell gave up the leadoff double to Esker, retired the next 2, and then the next 5 reaching a walk, double, walk, single, and Castillon gets hit. And that's going to now bring up Caden Miller, the 9th batter of the inning for Santa Barbara. Bases loaded, 2 down. Miller will take away ball 1.
It's just hard not to think about, Quincy Villa yesterday, getting the hit in the head and having to exit the game, and the same thing for Castillon. Just always so unfortunate to see, man.
Strike 1 on Miller.
Obviously, mentioned that Villa seemed to be in good spirits today. Hopefully, Castillon can take today and tomorrow off and hopefully be ready to go for Wichita.
1-1 is away, ball 2.
If it isn't hard enough already to settle back in after giving up 3 runs with 2 down, just hit a batter. You got to settle in here for Dylan Trammell.
2-1 pitch is down, ball 3. Nowhere to put Miller. And Xavier Esker, who started this inning with a leadoff double, is on deck. Lead runner is Becker at third. 3-1 pitch. Into right field, playable for Curtis. Slides to his right, and the inning is over. But not before Santa Barbara push in 3 and through 1. 3-0 lead for the Sturs in Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the second inning, the Sturs have a 3-0 lead over the Menlo Park Legends, with Makani Nabarro entering this game for Nate Castillon. Some defensive changes for the Sturs. Will Anderson leads off. Strike 1. Now at third base is Caden Miller, started the day at first. Xavier Esker now at short. Caleb Hoover started the day in left field, is now at first base. Makani Nabarro, who came in a run for Castillon, is now in left. 0-2 on Will Anderson's. Anderson, Rabago, Curtis scheduled in this inning to face A.J. Crodell. Strike 2 pitch to Anderson. In a shallow left field, Nabarro fresh into the game, into the gap for the first out.
Good job coming in the game there and making a play defensively. Gotta be ready to come in at any time. We've seen that recently. And Connie Navarro made that play.
And one more time on the defensive changes. Miller's now at third. Esker short. Navarro enters this game in left. Hoover now at first in the infield. Second baseman remains Terrence Kill. That's ball one inside for Rabago.
Interesting to see, Caden Miller over at third. And a lot of nice, really defensive plays over at first. It's a lot tougher being over there at third, the hot corner. So often you get balls hit over to you really quickly, and you got to be ready to adjust.
Crodell does have the start today. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Chopped. Terrence Kill has to field a funky second hop, but makes the play, 2 out.
Crodell's doing a really good job getting quick outs here. Now he's on pitch count here, heading into Wichita next week. You want to keep that arm as fresh as you can, and still, he's working quickly and getting really simple outs.
Here's Cole Curtis. Takes a strike at the knees. 0-1. We were told AJ got a pitch cap of around 50 pitches, so we'll see where that takes him. Likely through 3 at this rate. 0-1. Strike 2, and then we were instructed that Kaimi Kahalikai would be the first man out of the pen, and he would also be capped at around 50 pitches. Says Jason Wetch, the pitching coach. 0-2 pitch. To the left side, it's going to be Caden Miller. Has to back up in a long throw, which will get away from Hoover. And Curtis is aboard with 2 out in the second.
And Miller, not used to making those cross-the-diamond throws as a first baseman. We've seen him out in the outfield, and he definitely does have a good arm. And that one's just a little too high, put a little too much mustard on it. And it's like out, runner on with 2 down.
The infield single for Cole Curtis. And the first base runner of the day for the Menlo Park Legends. They have work to do. Trailing by 3 runs after the Stars had 9 batters come around in the opening inning. It's a low strike for Calzamitis, who's hitting just a fraction under 300 this year. Comes an 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. And Zamitis had one of the 4 hits yesterday for Menlo. And but Santa Barbara did 16 hits, just 4 for the Legends, and fantastic work from the entire pitching staff. Here's a 1-1. Strike 2. And
Zamitis is one of those guys for the Legends that struck out a couple of times.
1 on, 2 down. Comes the 1-2 pitch. That is away. The runner takes off. Late jump in safely. Curtis, his second stolen base of the year. And the count is now 2-2 for Zamitis.
Gill fielded that one cleanly. I think he would have got him, but kind of bobbled in his glove on the pickup. And because of that, stolen base there for Cole Curtis.
So no man scoring position. 2-2 pitch is straight to Terrence Kill, the second. And the side is retired. The Legends strand Curtis, and through 1.5, Stars on top 3-0 over the Legends.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Back in Santa Barbara, bottom of the second inning. Just like the opening inning, Esker, Holman, Terrence Kill will be scheduled the top three to finish. Dylan Trammell gave up 3 runs in the opening inning. Did have the bases loaded and took care of Caden Miller. The damage could have been substantially more. But Esker started off this ball game with a double down the left field line. He stands in for the second time. Trammell's working with a really 3-pitch mix, a fastball, changeup, and slider. Ball 1 for Esker. Quickly, Xavier ahead 2-0. What can Santa Barbara do here? They really started off yesterday's game fascinated. They're up 6-0 through 2. Currently up 3-0. Outside of third base, 2-1.
Yeah, and that was really, a lot of the damage done came in that, first inning, those first couple innings. 2 came in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the fourth as well. It was a really solid offensive output, especially in that first half of the game.
2-1 for Esker. In the left center field, well hit. Feliciano's going back, but that ball is at the base of the wall. Esker will cruise into second for the second straight inning. A lead-off double for the Sturs.
A little deja vu here, Hunter. Esker started off the first inning with a double. He starts off the second again at the top of the order with another double out on the left field side, and that one a little quicker off the bat. A lot of people thought it maybe had a chance of leaving, but just bounced off that deep wall out in left center around 375.
Carry of 360, exit velo 99 for Esker. So here's Jack Holman. Had to pop up to the second baseman first time up, but welcome back to Jack. Touched on it yesterday as he and also Nate Castillon late pickups for Bill Pintard, and Jack this past year at UC Santa Barbara hitting .235, brought home 29 runs over the course of the Gaucho season. 0-1. Into center field, drilled. Deglers have to move over, makes the play, and Esker will advance to third, and it is a productive out for Holman.
Yeah, the big number for Holman with UCSB was 9. That's the amount of home runs he had with the Gauchos, and you can see his power right there. Just couldn't leave the yard, though. Unlucky for Holman.
Just one away. Esker after his leadoff double to third. Here's Terrence Kill the second. Looking to add on. Ball 1. And Terrence Kill, after his massive day yesterday, has 17 RBI on the season now. That's high. Ball 2. After Kill will be Brenton Clark. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3, and saw Dylan Trammell fall behind early in counts in the opening inning. Falls behind 3-0 to TK.
Couple of pitches that have nearly hit TK. And it's already seen him get dinged a couple times this summer.
It's a 3-0. Into left field, and that ball is rolling down and scooped up by Feliciano. Kills thinking 2, a run in, and Terrence is safe at second. 4-0 Santa Barbara in the second.
What a slide by Terrence Kill. He's one of the most athletic guys on the team. And you could see it right there. Evades the tag. A great throw from Emilio Feliciano out there in left. Really nice play by TK.
That is already the 4th double of the game. 4 doubles and just 1 base hit. Here's Clark, a thing of beauty. Zamitis won't make the play, and Brenton Clark, a bunt single. We saw it yesterday and successfully this time for Brenton.
Yeah, really beautiful bunt, man. That was as good as it gets.
Runners on the corners, a run in. And here is Mick Paul. And this game already starting to feel similar to yesterday's ball game. When the Stars yesterday, 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second. But right now, Dylan Trammell looking for a ground ball to get out of this inning. TK's at third, Clark at first. There goes Brenton, ball's in the dirt, no throw from Filter. And a stolen base for Brenton, his 10th of the year.
Just another Star with double digits stolen base numbers. It's guys like Sawyer Farr and Easton Ruley. 2 in scoring position here for McPaul, who already has a pair of runs batted in.
Sees a changeup away, ball 2. And we have seen a good number of runs batted in for Santa Barbara already. These ribbies brought to us by our friends at Gold's Gym. Thanks for Golds for keeping the Stars strong throughout the course of this entire summer season. Gold's Gym. That's foul back, 2-1. McPaul has done some damage already. 2-run double down to the corner in the last inning. On that occasion, he scored Clark and Esker. But right now, it's Kill and Clark. 2-1 to the right side. Rabago goes to first, 2 out, but a run comes in to score. 5-0 on the RBI ground out by Paul.
Saw those a few times yesterday as well. RBI groundouts. Brenton Clark had a couple, and Paul gets his 3rd ribby of the day on that one. Responsible for 3 of the 5 that have come in so far.
Clark does move down to third, and it's now Zane Becker at the plate for Santa Barbara. First pitch swinging, it's going to be Bose. And the inning will be over. But Santa Barbara push in 2 more runs. It is now 5-0 through 2 from Eddie Matthews Field.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Hello and welcome back to Eddie Matthews Field. For the top of the 3rd, the Legends lead 5-0, trail by 5-0 to the Santa Barbara Foresters, Nate Martin alongside Hunter Shoemake. AJ Crodell on the bump here for Santa Barbara. He's been absolutely dealing.
He has in only 23 pitches. Remember, he's got a pitch cap today around 50, says Jason Watts, the pitching coach, and Crodell through 2, only 23.
This pace should expect him to work a couple of more innings and ends the zone on that first one. 0-1, that certainly helps you go far.
Does have a strikeout today, the league leader.
Facing 8, 9, and 1, starting with Emilio Feliciano of a left fielder. We've seen him make some nice throws out there in the outfield so far. Now trying to add something on the offensive side. Big hack there, though. Just the count to 1 and 2. Crodell, as you mentioned, the league leader in punch-outs. Gets his second there. Feliciano goes down on 4 pitches.
That strikeout was brought to you by Lee.
I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Deuce Filter.
Now batting number 34, Deuce Filter.
Filter, Bay Area native, played his high school ball at Palo Alto. Teammates with Xavier Esker, of course. The man in short right now. Takes that first pitch high for ball 1. Cordell the windup. This is 2-0. Filter playing his college ball as well at Santa Clara, where his dad, Rusty, is the head coach. And we'll look at that one for a called strike on the outside, 2-1. Must be a pretty cool experience playing for your dad in college.
Absolutely.
Looked at for ball 3. Hitters count. Nearly hits him. Filter will take that one for a 1-out walk.
Now batting number
Gets a runner on board for the top of the order, Charlie Degler.
Just the 9th walk of the season for Crodell. We've been talking about his strikeout numbers and just the 9th free pass he's given up this year.
Entering today, a ratio of 41-8. I don't know if you can really simplify that too much. First pitch to Degler fouled off 0-1. Charlie, the center fielder, was one of the better days offensively for the Legends. Went 1 for 2 along with a walk. Gears up for the 0-1. Takes that one high to even things up. Runner on first is Filter. 1 down with James Bowes, the CCL All-Star, on deck. 1-1. And we'll find the zone, 1 and 2.
That last pitch from AJ at 90.
Good velo from the UCSB Gaucho, working quickly here. Takes that one outside. Evens it up. The 2-2 to Degler with 1 on. Hit up the middle, no one's there, and it'll get through into the outfield for a base hit. Second knock of the day for the Legends, and they'll get 2 on with 1 down here for James Bowes.
now batting number
Nice piece of hitting there, Hunter. Read the defense, saw there was no one covering up the middle, and took advantage of that gap.
Mm-hmm. You're able to put it over that hill. Most of the time, most coaches would likely say, good place to put it, right up the middle if you're able to keep it between the dirt on the bump.
James Bowes now in the batter's box. Another one of the Legends that got a hit yesterday. Went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. He's got 2 on. And Filter at second and Degler at first. Wind up from Crodell. Hit high into deep left center, tracking. It's McPaul who makes the grab for out number 2 of the inning. McPaul, of course, this is his first game of the summer out in center, and first time called upon to make a grab, and pretty routine play out there in center.
And Paul has just been the left fielder this year since his first game with the Stirs, which was back on the 9th of July, and every day has been out in left until today. Some of the changes and reshuffling for Santa Barbara.
We'll bring up Mitchell Birdsall with 2 down, 2 on. Fouls out one back to the railing here, 0-1. Birdsall Guy who, of course, this is our second time seeing him after appearing in yesterday, going 0 for 4. He didn't start his summer with the Legends, actually began it against the CCL South team in the OC Riptide.
Mm-hmm.
Hit 222 there on the season. Menlo Park hitting 271. Digs in for the 1-1 here from Crodell. We'll look at that one low. Just finds his own 1-2.
The amount of bend on that pitch. Nasty from AJ.
The 2-strike offering gets Birdsall swinging, and that'll end the top of the third. The two Legends find the bases, but no runs come across the plate. It's still 5-0 as we head into the bottom of the third. Hoover, Navarro, and Miller to the plate for Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Welcome back to Eddie Matthews Field on this very special day. It is the bottom of the third. The Foresters currently leading 5-0, and we just celebrated a birthday.
We did.
Judy, one of our season ticket holders, brings homemade cookies to us every single day, and it's always a treat to have her at the games. Quite literally, whenever she brings her cookies. You got a favorite, Hunter?
They're all so good. Can't put my finger on just one.
I personally am a big fan of the Snickerdoodle. It'll be Caleb Hoover starting things off, and he will find the outfield grass in left center for a leadoff knock. Hoover digging for second. He will be safe at the bag. And another leadoff double for the Stars. That's their third in 3 innings at the top of the order.
And Hoover's starting to feel it. He's been seeing the ball better and better, and you can just see what he does in batting practice the last couple of days. He always mashes them, but the last couple of days it feels like it's been a little bit different. You've seen more and more balls hit harder and harder going over the outfield fences during BP, and he's 2 for 2 today, and I feel like he's not going to be slowing down anytime soon.
So great for a guy who entering the summer off a broken hand. You know, he said it's been kind of hard for him to kind of find his swing back, and certainly might have found it here against the Legends. Already has a home run this series and 2 hits today. I'll bring up Makani Navarro, who entered the game as a pinch hitter in the first after Nate Castellon, the shortstop, left after getting hit by a pitch in the helmet. 1-0 to Navarro will be low and inside, and Hoover's taken off for third. No throw from Filter, and catcher's calling for a quick little mound visit to talk things over with Dylan Trammell. Trammell already given up some extra base hits today, a couple of free passes as well. Been a little all over the place in the zone, Hunter.
Ball's behind Navarro 2-0. See some men starting to warm up for the Legends down the left field bullpen, and chance for Santa Barbara to push in some more runs, already leading 5-0.
Sturs did a really good job getting to the starter yesterday for the Legends, and Quinn Robertson, as that'll be another ball low and inside. 3-0 here to Nabarro. That for called strike one. Something about Makani Nabarro that always stands out to me is either he gets out or finds a way on. Whenever he makes contact with the ball, it's usually pretty loud. And you see it right there into the shallow right center gap, and an RBI single for McCartney Nabarro as Caleb Hoover crosses the plate. 6-0 Santa Barbara.
Continuing to pass the bats along. Great work from Santa Barbara this entire series, and looking to close out this CCL season on a positive note, and it's looking great so far in the third.
That'll bring up Caden Miller, who flew out to right field to end the top of the first last time around. He'll have a runner on first in Makani Nabarro. First pitch, breaking ball high, ball one. Miller yesterday against the Legends went 1 for 5 with an RBI single. Struck out a couple times as well. The 1-0. Inside evens it up 1-1. And Miller has done a really good job getting on base this summer.
And he has been in a couple different spots throughout this order. We've seen that from a couple guys, especially with some key guys that have departed for just a couple weeks, I should say, the back end of this season.
That one hit high into deep center. Tracking back is Dellinger, and he'll make the squeeze for out number 1 of the inning. So Miller flew out to right first time through. Flies out to center here in the third. That'll bring up the top of the order, Xavier Esker, who has 2 doubles already today. Has been seeing the ball really well out of the arms of Trammell.
And just to put it in perspective, even going back to yesterday, reached base all 5 times he came to the plate. Granted, bounced into a fielder's choice, which resulted in the out in the inning being over, but putting balls in play, and he's already has the 2 doubles. Incredible for Xavier.
Some really good pop on that 5'10" frame. First pitch, and we'll look at that one. 0-1. Cool moment here for Esker, as we kind of talked about earlier. Man, catching the pitches behind him was a high school teammate of his at Palo Alto High School. The Vikings, very solid team in the peninsula. Is that one we looked at 2-1. Excuse me, 1-1. Esker. Wind up. Hit high, tracking back and making the squeeze. And they'll be doubling up the runner all the way back at first base. And that'll end the inning kind of awkwardly. Makani Navarro was going from first to third, and
Probably thought there was 2 outs.
yeah, just like that. Awkward end to the third inning. We'll be back in just a moment for the top of the fourth with A.J. Crodell remaining on the bump for Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
Sunny Saturday afternoon here at Eddie Matthews as we welcome you back for the top of the fourth inning. To the right of me, Hunter Shoemake. I'm Nate Martin. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 here to face A.J. Crodell. Starting off with Will Anderson, who will look at that one for called strike one. Been mentioning that Crodell is kind of on a pitch count here, around 50. That was his 44th just now. Here's his 45th, which is cut on 0-2. Anderson falling behind pretty quickly here. Last time through, the first baseman flew out to left field and fouled that one back. Keeps the count at 0-2. Anderson, all-star alternate. Some really nice pop to him. One of the few guys playing their college ball at Santa Clara next spring. I'll foul that one into backyards of the houses that kind of border that left field wall. 0-2 yet again. That one chopped over above the head of Terrence Kill, who almost made the grab. Instead, it'll just fall into the outfield grass for leadoff base hit. We'll see if that's called an error on Kill. He had it in his glove, but just couldn't make the squeeze. That was a really tough play to make it second, Hunter.
Real tough play.
We'll see how that is scored. It'll be Anderson on at first with Rabago, the lefty, coming to the plate. First pitch. Looked at, called strike one. Last time through the order, Rabago grounded out the second base where Terrence Kill currently stands. And it'll be ruled as an E4 on Kill. That one outside. Evens it up at 1 apiece. Rabago, one of 4 legends with a hit yesterday, had a single. Digs in for the 1-1. Down in the dirt, ball 2. Only one on Anderson. Cole Curtis, the right fielder, on deck, and nobody out here for Austin Rabago, who's looking for an answer. The Legends currently trail in this game. That one fouled. Again down the left field side, 2-2. The second baseman can count here, and that'll load up a full 3-2 here to Rabago. We kind of been talking about Crodell past his pitch count of what was expected. Nobody warming up in that bullpen, though. The payoff. Swung on, hit high into the shallow outfield, tracking back and unable to make the grab as Xavier Esker throw into second, and that will get the leadoff runner Anderson out. He called a fielder's choice to get the leadoff man Anderson out at second, but Rabago makes his way over to first with 1 down to bring up Cole Curtis. Face Crodell second time through. First pitch to Curtis. Looked at, called strike one. Last time through the order, Curtis had a single. Going to continue that streak. He quickly falls behind here, 0-2 to Crodell. It's what we're used to from AJ, working quick. And a lot of UCSB guys tend to do, as that one chopped over, fielded by the third baseman Miller. Throw over to first in time for the second out of the inning. To see Miller making a good play over at the hot corner, not where he started the game,
Yeah.
not where he's played all summer.
Typically, we have seen East Muma really stamped in at batting third for Bill Pintard and at third base defensively. And Easton's back home will be joining the team in Wichita later on next week. Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Yeah, less than a week away. He and Chamberlain expected to join the team, both of them having the week off. Nothing in 1-0, excuse me, here at Cal Zamitis, the third baseman. We'll look at that one. Quickly getting ahead here, 2-0. Rabago now in scoring position at second. 2 down here in the fourth. Zamitis is ahead here, 2-0. Swings that one, and that will just go foul. 2-1 now. It was a well-struck ball from Zamitis.
It's already lined out today. A pretty hard hit ball to Terrence Kill.
Also had a hit yesterday along with 2 strikeouts. Ahead in the count here, 2-1 with Feliciano on deck. 2-1, chopped over to Terrence Kill, fielded, throw into first, in time, out 3. So the Legends get a man into scoring position, but he is unable to cross the plate. Still 6-0 as we head into the bottom of the fourth. Forsters hoping to continue to add on to their lead.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Hello and welcome back here to Eddie Matthews Field alongside Hunter Shoemake, Nate Martin with you for the bottom of the fourth inning where the Foresters lead the Legends 6-0. The 2, 3, and 4 trying to add on to that. Starting off with Jack Holman, the former Stir, still searching for his first hit this summer with Santa Barbara.
Yeah, so far for Jack, couple of balls that he's just gotten under. And gets his third look at Dylan Tram. We'll see what he can do here.
First pitch high for ball 1. And Holman, guy with some serious pop. Had 9 home runs this spring with UCSB. Slugging a .571 last summer with the Foresters. Ahead here, 2-0. Saw power lefty and Caleb Hoover for home run yesterday against Legends starting pitching, and I'm hoping to add into that. It'll be 3-0 here, though, to the 6'4" lefty. Does he get the green light? Instead, we'll look at that one. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to start off the inning. The leadoff man on, Holman, to bring up Terrence Kill.
Now batting number 2.
Another inning with the leadoff man aboard. Not a double this time. Not too often you see 3 leadoff doubles in the first 3 innings, but more traditional fashion with the base on balls.
And Holman, that's something he can do for you also. OBP of 495 last summer with the Foresters and gets on base for the first time all year. I'm gonna bring up Terrence Kill here with 1 on, nobody down. Look at that one. For ball 1 last time through, TK had an RBI double in the second. Of course, went 4 for 4 in the win against the Legends last night. The 1-0, foul to the backstop, 1-1. TK, just one of the most exciting guys on the team, really kind of has it all. Bat to ball skills, the speed. Great personality as well as the 1-1 comes in, hit high into the infield. Will Anderson, the first baseman, under it. It makes the grab for out 1. 1 down. Now to bring up Brenton Clark. Feels pretty crucial here at this point in the game, Hunter, for the Legends to put up a 0 on the scoreboard for Santa Barbara.
This was the 4th inning yesterday when the Stars pushed in 4 runs, and just like yesterday, scoring in the first 3 runs already in this game, 3 in the first, 2 in the last, and I'd say 2 in the second, 1 in the last.
That one chopped by Brenton Clark, and it will be into the outfield. Base hit. Holman's going first to third, digging in. Safe at third. Clark stand up at second for the 1-out knock. 2 in scoring position now for the Foresters.
And heads up from Clark on that throw to third, advancing down. And he's got some of the wheels on the team, the best. The good IQ and good vision. See that second base open, capitalizes.
How about Holman being aggressive as well? You know, bigger guy that's still dug in to go from one corner to the other. I'll put 2 in scoring position here for Mick Paul with 1 down in the inning. First pitch to Paul high, ball 1. Mick's already's got 3 RBIs today. 2 came in the first inning on a double with 2 outs. It's called clutch hitting, Hunter. The 1-0 to the lefty. In the dirt, and now we'll get to the backstop. Holman's heading home, and he will be safe. Clark to third. 7-0 Santa Barbara on the wild pitch from Trammell. Something the Stars have done a lot this summer as well is, you know, be aggressive on the base paths and then wait for the pitcher to make a mistake and score runs on wild pitches.
Consistently throughout the year, and once again, the Stars smart on the base pass with their aggression and able to push in another run.
So that'll put Paul ahead 2-0 here with Clark over at third. I'll get him ahead 3-0 on the ball outside. Really warming up for the Legends. Kind of around where Robertson, the starter yesterday, had his wheels fall off. That'll put Paul on the 4-pitch walk yet again, the second of the inning.
Now batting number 17,
Green.
On the day, 4 walks now given up by Trammell, and runners on the corners.
Oh, the mound visit to Trammell. She said 4 walks, a few knocks as well, and 7 runs have come across the plate so far. Of course, at this point, entering the 4th inning yesterday, the Stars had 7 on the board. Added 4 more in this 4th inning before adding another in the 5th to make it a 12-0 win. And, you know, games where it's so crucial to get wins in the CCL as your season comes to a close. Already on a good track here as we'll get a pitching change from the Legends. Be back very shortly with Santa Barbara hoping to add some more to the board.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
New pitcher into the game. Here in the bottom of the fourth, it'll be the righty Teru Khan. Starting off facing Zane Becker. With runners on the corners, Mick Paul at first, Brenton Clark over at third, and Paul was ready to take off, but the foul ball from Becker will bring him back to first. Nothing in one to Becker. Already walked once today. Grounded out in the second. Third time through the order, and Paul will be caught in a pickle. Brenton Clark tracking. He'll be heading home. That'll score a run, but you get one man out on the bases. The trade-off brings the score to 8-0, but crucially 2 outs for the Legends. The pickoff will get Paul. Clark comes across the plate. Base is empty here with 2 down to Mick Paul. The 0-1. Looked at. Called strike 2. We've seen Brenton Clark make a couple of wise runs over at third already this summer. You think back to that walk-off a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
That one knocked by Zane Becker, and it'll fall into left field. 2-out hit. The inning will continue on a loud single from the catcher.
Now batting, number 14, Caleb.
Deuce fell to the man behind the dish, giving some signals to the defense. Well, the infield playing in to bring up Caleb Hoover, who's had a great start to the day here. RBI 2-run single and first time throw, and then a double in the third. It's first time facing Khan. Well, look at that one for ball 1. Hoover digs in. Foul that one back, 1-1. Gone this summer, late addition to the Legends. He's only been called on a couple of times, but both times he has come into games, he's struggled, giving up some runs. Working with an ERA of around 20 this summer. The 1-1 to Hoover. Side ball 2. Good job by Filter. Not letting that one go to the backstop and crucially keeping Becker over at first. 2 down, 8-0 ball game here. Forster's in command. 2-1 comes. Breaking ball that'll miss the outer half. 3-1. It's Hoover into a hitter's count. The 1-strike offering. Inside, called strike 2. Hoover thought he had first. Instead, brings the count to full. Nabarro currently on deck. High breaking ball. Does not break and gets Hoover on first. It'll be 2 on, 2 down, and Kahn, the new man, kind of struggling to get some outs here.
The single to Becker, walk to Hoover, and Caleb aboard for the 3rd time today. And Nabarro will just have his 2nd plate appearance, but McConney was thrown to the fire. Essentially a de facto start since he came in a pinch run for Nate Castillon, who got hit in the helmet area and in the opening inning, and Nabarro's already got an RBI single.
I'll bring up Nabarro, who rifles a bullet into center field. That one going back off the wall. It'll go over the wall for a ground rule double. 2 runs will come across the plate. They're saying that perhaps the outfielder touched it. And that'll keep Hoover over at 3rd. Really tough there and for Hoover, but crucially a run does come across the plate. 9-0 here, Santa Barbara. That's something we've talked about with McConney, his ability to just get bat to ball and get some loud knocks.
2nd hit of the day, and we even touched on it yesterday, I believe it was for Nabarro and some of the other guys. And McConney was one of the men that Bill Pintard had some high praise for. And now the crew's going to be conferring here likely on whether that ball was touched over or if it went over on its own accord, I should say, from the batted ball of Nabarro. And touched over, I should say, by Degler, or in this case, Curtis, the right fielder.
If the argument is if Curtis did push it over on purpose, it would have kept the runner at 3rd, and that's what they're calling it. They said it went out on its own accord. So it'll put Caleb Hoover at 3rd, McConney Nabarro at 2nd. Caden Miller coming to the plate with 2 on, 2 down. Couple of runs already across the plate here in the 4th. Miller hoping to add with 2 in scoring position. First pitch to Miller from Kahn will be low inside, ball 1. Miller entering today, hitting the Mendoza line, but on base percentage of .368. Impressive numbers from the lefty. Digs in and will hit that one. A worm burner into the right field grass, and 2 runs come across the plate. Nabarro and Hoover score. 2-out knock from Miller. It's 11-0 Santa Barbara.
More RBIs brought to us by our friends at Gold's Gym, and Santa Barbara's been hitting Gold's Gym, that is for sure, with all these RBIs and all these doubles today. So big thank you to Gold's Gym for all these RBIs this season and today.
So it'll bring around the top of the order Xavier Esker, 2 for 2 today, along with a walk. Miller at first. That one chopped off the ankle and called foul, 0-1. There'll be a new ball call for Kahn. .510 righty. Plays his college ball at the JUCO in the Bay, Ohlone College. A lot of solid JUCO programs out in that area, you know. CSM produces some D1 guys each year. Same can be said for Ohlone, where Kahn plays his college ball. 0-1 to Esker. Side evens it up 1-1.
Esker, the 9th man this inning for Santa Barbara to stand in.
Man who started it all, Jack Holman on the deck. Caden Miller at first, 2 down. 1-1. Hit high into foul territory. Anderson waving away Filter, and he will drop that one. A lot of sun shining on that first base line, and Anderson just couldn't read it. Put Paul Miller back at first, and Esker back to the plate, 1-2.
Yeah, the sun is getting lower. It really sets behind the third base dugout here, Eddie Matthews Field. And if you look at Santa Barbara, been other places in California, the sun doesn't set. Well, if you're looking at the coastline, the sun sets up the beach, so you're not facing due west here in Santa Barbara. But the way the state is shaped, you're facing more south, so the sun sets not, if you're looking out towards the ocean, more up the beach, about probably 20, 30 degrees where you'd think the sun would be setting due west.
1-2 from Esker, chopped up the middle, fielded, and forces out the runner at second to end the inning, but the damage is done. It'll be 11-0 Santa Barbara as we head into the top of the fifth inning. Foresters lead.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
On to the fifth inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's has a couple locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. Finney's Craft House. Well, it's an 11-0 lead for Santa Barbara. First pitching change of the day. Kaimi Kahalakai will take over, and A.J. Crodell will go for 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk. And the CCL strikeout leader now with 44 on the season after 3 today. And this is exactly what we expected. You to figure Crodell, with how he has gone, could go longer, but got a pitch count of around 50, went just under 60 his pitches today. Save his arm and bring in Kaimi.
Yeah, really nice job by Crodell. Worked really well today. No runs scored, and that's the main thing you can do as a pitcher, keep zeros on the scoreboard. And that'll bring up Kahalakai, who another guy expected to be in that starting rotation in Wichita. On a pitch count as well of around 50. Keep both of those arms fresh if you can.
First pitch, Emilio Feliciano misses away at the knees. Ball 1. Feliciano filtered Degler, scheduled the Finney's fifth inning. 1-1 as Feliciano stands in for the second time today. Struck out against AJ. Actually was leading off in the third inning as well, so second time today leading off the inning. That is down, a called strike at 91 from Kahalakai. 1-2.
Kahalakai is such a presence on the mound, standing 6'8".
1-2 pitch
Cutter.
Is away, 2-2.
And it really is the cutter that, when working, and allows Kahalakai to go longer into games, get some punch outs. It's a really effective pitch when working.
2-2, full count. After Feliciano will be Deuce Filter. Remember the defensive changes today for Santa Barbara with the injury early on in Nate Castillon. Caden Miller is at third. Esker Short Hoover is at first. Nabarro brought into the game in left. 3-2 pitch. Left side, it's going to be Miller. Long throw on target, 1 away.
That's what you like to see from Caden Miller, first third baseman. Seeing why it's called the hot corner. One came in pretty quick on the ground, but he scoops it up, throws it over to first in time. A good throw over to first at that. Good adjustment from Caden.
Here's Deuce Filter. Nobody on, 1 away. Santa Barbara leading 11-0, but a really similar game to yesterday's contest with Santa Barbara scoring in the first 4 innings. Actually, Santa Barbara, first 5 innings, plated runs. Gall guys at a 1-1 count against Filter. 5 runs in the last inning for the Sturs to amass 11 today. 1-1. That's down for ball 2. After Filter, Charlie Degler back to the top of the order is on deck. 2-1 pitch to Charlie. He's going to take strike 2, evens the count.
Oh, Filter's the only legend to reach base every single time he's faced a Forester pitcher this summer. Pinch hitter yesterday went 1 for 1 and had the walk last time up.
That's a great take, full count. Just barely missing from Kaimi. Took care of Feliciano as Kahalakai taking over for Crodell. Good stuff from AJ. Right now, it's Kahalakai. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 and a 1-out walk for Filter. His second walk of the day.
Really good job seeing the pitches out of Kahalakai's arm and gets on to bring up the top of the order. This time in this situation, you got to the top of the order, you had Filter on with 1 down, and Degler was able to get on. You hope you can stack up some runs here if you're Menlo Park.
It's no better person you'd rather have up at the plate than Degler, on base percentage of .545. That's in the dirt. Nice cover by Becker. Ball 1.
Brenton Clark level numbers. It's really nice to have a guy like this in your lineup. Degler, a really good defensive guy out in center field as well. Some good speed with 13 stolen bases. Just an all-around guy.
That's away for ball 2. Deuce Filter, in case you're wondering, the man at first. 1 stolen base on the year on 2 attempts. He's held on by Caleb Hoover. Infield straight away. 2-0 pitch now to Degler. It's foul back, and now the glove of Becker. 2-1. You look around the CCL, in terms of the Southern Division, how good the top 3 teams have been has been remarkable. Here's a 2-1. Strike 2. Santa Barbara still maintain a half-game lead over Conejo. And Orange County, what a run they have been on. When you look at the last 10 games for the top 3 teams, the Sturs have gone 7-3, 8-2 for Conejo, and then 9-1 for Orange County in their last 10 games.
They haven't lost a game since the first week of July, Hunter. I mean, this is a ridiculous stretch for the Riptide. One of the best runs we've seen from any team in the CCL period this summer.
We've won 7 straight, and the count is now full for Degler. With 1 away and Filter at first. Kahalakai not wanting back-to-back walks. 3-2 pitch to the shortstop over Esker's head. It's a base hit. First to third, Filter. Down to second goes Degler, and 2 now in the scoring position with just 1 out in the 5th.
This is the best opportunity here now for the Legends to score some runs against the Foresters. It's been 14 shutout innings so far over the past through these 2 games. With one of your best hitters coming to the plate and James Bowes, 2 in scoring position, 1 down. There's some fight here from Menlo Park.
So Degler has his second hit of the day, a double, after a single in the third. Deuce Filter, the lead runner at third base, to bring up James Bowes, and who's brought home 17 runs this year. Takes strike one from Kahalakai. And a chance for the Legends to push in the first runs of this series. That's down. Good block by Becker, 1-1.
Yeah, and this is when defensive play behind the plate becomes so important. You know, you got a runner 90 feet away from scoring and Filter. Becker's got to be stopping any balls in the dirt from going to the backstop.
1-1. Strike two, chasing high upstairs. After Bowes will be Birdsall. Santa Barbara not wanting to give an inch to the Legends. One away, 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2.
Bowes has been one of the best hitters in this lineup. 352 average, 528 slug, and some good pop on the shortstop, who is an all-star for the CCL North.
Comes a 2-2 from Kahalakai. Left side and through for a base hit. It's actually knocked down. Maybe a chance at third base, but a run's going to come in to score. It was knocked down by Miller. Esker scooped, tracked to third base, but Bowes will bring home the first run of the series for the Legends. Filter scores, and runners will be on the corners.
A really nice effort from Caden Miller over there at third, laid out, and stopped that one from going to the outfield. The run does come across the plate here, and it's like that. Bill Pintard having a quick word with Kaimi on the mound.
Bowes' 18th RBI of the season on the infield single. Good read from Miller, and Esker was right there to back him up. But Degler's to third. Bowes is now at first, and with this infield, and we've seen all the guys getting shuffled around. We touched on it earlier. Easton Muma since the All-Star break going home, as has Cole Chamberlain, two key guys that not only offensively but defensively have been huge, and it's a good chance for just other guys and seeing where they can fit in to this lineup. And defensively for Santa Barbara, the versatility going into Wichita, and you know how hot those games are. You're going to be playing a lot of games, and guys that have been able to mix and match, that's a huge asset.
Absolutely. To your point about, good defense, it's especially going to be important in Wichita where, as you said, the temperatures get so hot. It's so easy to lose focus out there in the heat. You want guys who can be locked in over at important defensive positions like catcher in terms of Chamberlain and third base for Caden Miller. I think Zane Becker's done a really nice job defensively all summer long, though, behind the dish, though.
First pitch swinging and caught by Kill. Runners are going to hold. Nice play by TK. He will retire Mitchell Birdsall on one pitch from Kahalakai.
But a nice read by Bowes over there, the runner at first. It's always so tempting when you see a ball hit like that, kind of into a gap in the infield, to start taking off. You saw Kill had a good read on that and held up. Kept the inning alive.
With two out, Degler at third, Bowes at first. Here's Will Anderson. A flyout reached on E4. Strike one. The ball was out of the entire complex over massive chain link fence that surrounds home plate. It was launched. But strike one. Kahalakai looks to limit the damage. First man out of the pen for A.J. Crodell. That's inside, past Becker from third base. Here comes Degler, and he's going to plate the second run of the day. 11-2, the score in the fifth.
Yeah, you saw the speed there from Degler. Hit it in home. Time to spare. Crucially, the runner advances over there at second as well. Still going here for Menlo Park.
Man at second, two down. Comes a 1-1 pitch to Anderson. Fly ball in the center. Paul is out there. Ball's a mile high. And the half inning will be over. Legends push in their first two runs of the season series against the Santa Barbara Foresters, and we're going to the bottom of the fifth. 11-2, Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. On to the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. That is Finney's Craft House. Well, it's an 11-2 game. Jack Holman will lead off for Santa Barbara. Gets his first look at Teru Khan, who entered in the last inning in relief for Dylan Trammell. So it's going to be Holman, Kill, Clark, and Jack today. Gone 0 for 2 with a walk, has scored a run, and did lead off the last inning when 9 Foresters came around.
Holman did start that inning with the walk, as you said. Hoping to pick things up where he left off.
Fooled there, 1-1. It's great having Jack back with the Foresters. And you listened to the pregame show yesterday with Bill Pintard, and we alluded to it earlier. That is down for ball 2, 2-1. Holman using this chance just to get some live ABs, see some live pitching before he sees where things take him with his baseball career moving forward. But as we are playing in the CCL, we've been talking about what's been going on in the Southern Division for Santa Barbara and their lead in the South. 2-2 now for Holman. When we look to the north, the Sonoma Stompers 21-13, just a game behind them now. The Slow Blues, so just like the OC Riptide, the Slow Blues have been on a run as of late.
Yeah, 8-2 over their last 10 games, 4-game winning streak. This is something we've seen a lot from the Blues over the last few years, where they kind of pick things up late in the season, and definitely doing so here.
Holman launches one down the right field line. Back is Anderson into foul ground, and he was called off by Rabago. Second baseman comes flying in out of nowhere, makes the play, 1 away.
Great play by Rabago. He covered a lot of ground there. Covered a lot of ground and managed to make the grab.
That's not going to bring up Terrence Kill the second.
As he was just introduced as Scary Terry from our very own Josh Heineman sitting behind us.
We appreciate Josh Heineman and Tyler Fino for their thoughts in yesterday's game when they joined us in the middle of the contest. And we're expecting to hear from yesterday's starter Nick Abraham, top of the next half inning, so stay tuned for that. But it's 1-0 for Terrence Kill. Ball and a strike, and that Northern Division, the Slow Blues, they've been a pesky opponent year in and year out, and late push, and making things interesting for the Stompers.
Merchants as well, though. We were talking about the affiliate team being up there in the lead for a while. And they're kind of falling behind now. They've lost 3 in a row, 4-6 in their last 10 games. Very impressive, though, from the Merchants to stick around for that long in the standings.
Comes a 2-1 pitch. Right side, and there was a big gap on the right side of the infield. A base hit for TK with 1 away in the 5th.
Good read by TK. You know, kind of seeing the defensive setup, heavily loaded down that left side, the pull side for Kill, and he just goes in the opposite field on the dribbler that side. Good job by TK.
That's going to be Brenton Clark. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored, one of which was a bunt single perfectly down the third base line. And saw it yesterday. He was just out of the batter's box when he did it. It was called out, but so fun watching Clark lay down those bunts down that third base line. Exquisite work by 6. First pitch was a strike from Teru Khan. Comes no one. Right side and through into center for a base hit. Kills going first to third, and the throw will go into second base to keep Clark at first and runners on the corners.
First single of the day for Clark was a simple little bunt. That one a little bit more loud. Not the gap in the middle of the infield, as you kind of said earlier, exactly where you want to be hitting it if you're the coach. And now you got a big gap usually, and timed it up perfectly that time from Brenton.
And Clark is now 3 for 3 with a walk. 11-2 the lead for Santa Barbara. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. So here's Mick Paul. A double, a ground out, and a walk. Has brought home 3 runs today. Sack fly in play here. That's ball 1. In terms of the pitching situation for Santa Barbara, Kahalakai came in the last inning for Crodell. We do see J.D. Goodcase starting to stretch out for Santa Barbara, so we'll have to see how the pitching goes today for Bill Pintard. This is in the right, it's a base hit, and Mick Paul has brought home his 4th run of the day. Brenton Clark is going first to third and is now 12-2 in the 5th.
As is quickly turning into one of Mick Paul's best days of the summer as a stir. That's his 2nd hit, 4th RBI. Really solid start to the day here for 1-5.
That's now going to bring up Zane Becker. 3 straight knocks against Teru Khan in the bottom of the Finney's 5th inning. Woman led off the inning, was retired with an infield pop-up. Next 3, all singles. And this is straight to the first baseman and doubling up Paul. And that will end the inning. Hard hit from Becker. Anderson, good reflexes, able to turn 2. And Teru Khan and company limit the damage to just 1 run in the 5th. And through 5, 12-2 the score in Santa Barbara.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Back in Santa Barbara, on to the 6th inning. Kaimi Kahalakai remains in this ballgame on the hill for Santa Barbara. It is a 12-2 lead, and as promised, Now joined by Nick Abraham, yesterday's starter for Santa Barbara. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. What a day this is.
So what have you seen so far today from the Santa Barbara pitching staff? We've seen, I feel like the past couple weeks, excellence all the way through. And what have you seen from AJ and also Kaimi to start off today?
Yeah, AJ told me before the game it was all about pounding the zone, and he did exactly that. Kaimi came in, a couple different things didn't go his way, but when you're a 6'10 Hawaiian, it's all right. You got enough going your way. As he gets ahead, right? Oh, maybe he doesn't. Striking my book, but it's all right.
It's going to be Rabago, Curtis, and Zamitis. 1-0 for the second baseman who's gone 0 for 2 today.
Got to make it 0 for 3.
We saw you pitch yesterday, Nick. Thoughts on your outing yesterday, going 6?
Yeah, it was good. Pounded the zone, which is always the plan. Fortunately, hit the first guy in the head, which wasn't according to plan.
To the second baseman, it's going to be TK charges in, but a funky hop.
What?
And the leadoff man is aboard. Rabago reaches for the second time today. Seen too many hops like that?
I was a high hopper. Not even TK could get it. He can jump higher than anybody on the team.
Rabago is aboard. His first hit of the day, and that's going to bring up now Cole Curtis. One on, nobody out. 12-2 lead for Santa Barbara. Play down at first base. Good read from Becker. Rabago's able to scamper back in.
That was a great play right there by Becker. What a play.
So it's 1-0 for Curtis. And, Nick, yesterday we did hear from Heineman about some yoga that is done on the sand here in Santa Barbara. That's strike one on Curtis. Did you talk about your routine with your?
Oh, man. We had an amazing time this morning, joined by Josh and Mick. We hit the sand, and we hit it with a lot of intent. It was a lot of fun.
And we're talking yoga.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking yoga. Showed up, pull out the beach towel. Really, really good time. Me and the buddies. Everyone else decided they didn't want to come. Everyone got the invite, but Josh and Mick showed up. And I think Mick's got a multi-hit day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's having a great day.
Josh is looking more grounded than I've seen him in the past month and a half. So it's a good day.
2-2 for Curtis. Man on, nobody out. There goes the runner. And Cole at the plate stays alive. And any reason you got into beach yoga?
When in Rome, right?
Fair.
I'm in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Why not? That was my thought process. And I went by myself last time. It was a little awkward by myself. So I figured I'd reach the invitation out, and it was a lot more fun with other guys there.
Here comes the 2-2 to Curtis. Left side, tough play for Miller. Going to second, they will get the force out. Won't be able to turn two, but the lead runner, I should say, is retired. One away in the sixth.
That was a really good play at third. You ever done beach yoga?
Can't say I have, no.
Oh, man.
Will I get an invite next time?
Well, I'm going to be gone next time, but you should 100% go.
Strike one on Zamitis.
Highly recommend it. Downward dog with the palms in the sand and the toes in the sand. Hard to beat.
Here comes a 0-1 to Cal. That's upstairs, 1-1. Do you have other places outside the beach when you're not around sand, such as here in Santa Barbara, for yoga?
For yoga?
No?
No. My dad has been telling me to do yoga for the longest time. I always told him that didn't want to do yoga, and then now he's texting me saying that I told you so. And he's probably going to listen to this and laugh, but yeah.
Kahalakai ahead 1-2 on Zamitis, 1 on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch, strikes him out, 2 down in the sixth.
The Hawaiian strikes from way up top.
That's going to bring up Emilio Feliciano. Now 2 away, man at first. Now outside of beach yoga, anything else you've liked doing here in Santa Barbara with your time with the Forsters?
Chipotle. I had the best Chipotle I've had in the past month and a half.
Really?
Today. really, really lightened my day, made today a good day. But besides that, just hanging out with the guys, getting to know everybody. It's been fun.
Now, how's it feel with Wichita right around the corner? Here's a 1-0, ball 2.
We're ready. The bats look good. All the guys on the mound been competing well. I feel confident going into it. We're gonna have Josh locked and loaded, grounded, ready to rock. Hopefully, we see him tomorrow. Is that Josh? Do we know? Okay. Well, fans, you heard it here first. Josh might throw tomorrow.
2-0, runners taking off upstairs,
That's a
ball
mistake.
3, and down to second base goes Curtis. Ball got into the outfield, but a 2-out base runner now in a scoring position for the Legends. Kahalikai has fallen behind 3-0 to Feliciano. Deuce Filter, the number 9 hitter, is next. It's a 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 and a 2-out 4-pitch walk for Feliciano. He's aboard for the first time today. Nick, we haven't seen you walk too many guys. How have you been able to be so successful in that department? All the strikeouts and not allowing too many free passes. What's the secret?
I think it's all of it. I mean, I think it's all the mindset. You can talk about repeating mechanics as much as you want, but if your mindset is attacking hitters, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. If you're always on the attack, you don't need to worry about anything else. Just pound the zone, trust the guys behind you, trust your catcher, trust your stuff. That's all that matters. A lot of conviction.
Now it's going to be a pinch hitter, Ryan Cartwright. 2 on, 2 out. And we asked Josh Hyman yesterday what's his approach, or it might have been Tyler, can't remember, on their process of getting ready for a game coming in and out of the bullpen. What's your process getting ready as a starting pitcher?
Yeah, so when I got to school, it changed because I've always been a starter, but I was out of the pen. So it's nice going back to my old routine. A lot of it's just getting the body ready, make sure that I hydrate and eat well before the game, put myself in a good position, and then just mobility, big part, making sure my hips are loose, everything's ready to fire, and then, I tried a Red Bull. I've had one, but I had a Red Bull yesterday for the first time, ever before I started.
This is into left field, a base hit for Cartwright, a pinch hit single. Coming from second is Curtis. He is safe. An RBI single for Ryan Cartwright coming in off the bench and is now 12-3, score in the 6th.
Little shout out to my high school chemistry teacher. She's here watching with her husband. They drove down here from Elk Grove, made the trek.
Did they really?
Yeah. No, I'm not lying. True story. And they're out here watching, going to go to dinner after, get some good meal. But
fantastic.
Yeah. Nothing like a little Santa Barbara baseball.
Say high school chemistry?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was an exceeding student in chemistry. Memorized the periodic table, head to toe.
Still got a good grasp on that one?
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Yep.
Making sure.
Yep.
It's back to the top of the order for Charlie Degler. A run in and 2 on, 2 down. Here's no 1 pitch. Foul back. Strike 2.
What would you go right here, Hunter?
For Kahalikai?
What pitch? Yeah. 0-2 count. Fouled 2 fastballs in a row.
Had a nice changeup. I'd throw that.
Great minds.
Is that what you would go to?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I would. See what he goes to. I think he's a high heater.
0-2. Foul off to the left, out of play. And 2 hits in this inning along with a walk. Kahalikai looking to dig deep and retire the side. Feliciano at second, Cartwright after a pinch hit. RBI single is at first. It's another 0-2 to Degler.
Good pitch.
Nearly hits him. 0-1.
Really good pitch, though. Back foot slider.
With that extra ball, you change anything here with what you're thinking on the hill?
Yeah, it's so much easier to throw. Unbelievable.
1-2. Inside. They thought it was Punch out number 2 for Kahalakai, but instead it's ball 2.
Hats off to Blue right there, holding his ground. Good pitch, but Blue held his ground, stood on business.
With 2 on, 2 down. 2-2 pitch. Inside right in that same area at 88 from Kaimi, and he was ahead 0-2. Full count. Now, what's this process like when this has happened? You're ahead 0-2. It's now full count. How do you regroup?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be opposed to a little wheel at second right here. You know the runners are on the move. But right here is just about making an adjustment, attacking the hitter. You got to lead. Your job's to pitch contact, get guys out.
3-2. Fouled off. Do it again.
Another shout out to Fish, the bat boy. He's just on top of it every single day. Way to go, Fish. He didn't hear me, but he does a great job every day. Keeps the vibes high in the dugout. Great guy to be around.
This will now be the 8th pitch of the plate appearance for Degler. He's grinding his way back into it. Here comes another 3-2. And Becker can't hold on to it. We'll have another payoff pitch coming up.
I think this hitter likes hearing my voice because he's just extending this inning. He did the same thing yesterday, though. He had really good at-bats yesterday.
Here comes pitch number 9 from Kaimi. With 1 run in, looking to limit the damage. 3-2. Called strike 3, gets the call, and the side is retired. Legends do push and run. We appreciate Nick Abraham for stopping by after a quality start. Picked up the win yesterday. Any last thoughts, Nick? Thanks for stopping by.
Go Sturs.
Go Sturs.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks, Hunter. Appreciate it.
yeah, of course.
Great time.
Bottom of the 6th we go. 12-3 Santa Barbara.
Our staff will be coming around to sell tickets for our 50/50.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Santa Barbara leading 12-3. Caleb Hoover scheduled to start off the first inning. I should say this inning. Rolls it over to Anderson. And the first baseman wins the foot race 1 pitch. Hoover is retired. After Hoover, it's going to be Nabarro and then Caden Miller. It's the bottom 3. And a 12-3 lead for Santa Barbara. Back with Nate.
Good to be back.
Nice to hear from Nick Abraham, though.
What'd you think of him? Nice guy, huh?
Oh, yeah. The volunteer, and great to get a little insight on the beach yoga.
Sounds like we might have to try that out, Hunter. I mean, it's unfortunate the season's almost coming to a close here, and I won't be making the trip to Wichita. I mean, it's not like you can do beach yoga out there.
And the one on, I should say one away, base is clear. Here's Nabarro. 0-1 pitch. Right side, and it's through for a base hit. And McConney's 3 for 3. Came in as a runner for Castellon in the opening inning. A single, a double, and now another base hit for McConney. Fantastic work, and Bill Pintard always talks about Nabarro produces in his limited attempts and limited ABs, and showing it here.
Yeah, he's been really, really exciting to watch all summer, and just does it again. Gets base on ball, but bat on ball. Really nice job by McConney.
Here's Miller. Starts off the plate appearance with a high strike, 0-1. Caden, last time up, 2 RBI single back in the 4th. As Teru Khan remains in this ballgame, took over in the 4th inning. Here comes an 0-1. Flared up, left side. It's going to be Bose. Camp out under it. 2 out.
Has to be said, Khan's getting some quick outs here.
Mm-hmm.
1 pitch to Hoover gets the out, and then 2 pitches to Miller gets an out. He does have a man on, though, with the top of the order coming around to Esker. This guy has been a tough out all series long.
Esker today, started off the day with a double in the 1st. He led off the 2nd with a double, scored on both occasions, lined into a double play that shouldn't have been lined into a double play after miscue on the bases. The runner at first was all the way to 3rd, thinking that there was 2 outs on the board, and ended up just turning an easy double play and bouncing to a fielder's choice. Starts off this AB, called strike, 0-1. Comes an 0-1 pitch from Khan. That's away, 1-1. Barrow taking a pretty big lead off of first, held on by Will Anderson. Comes a 1-1 to Esker. Upstairs, ball 2.
You know, so many of these guys played multiple sports growing up. You know, a lot of football guys well, but interestingly enough, Nabarro's second sport of choice in high school was soccer, and hoping to show some of his wheels that you see on the pitch sometimes.
This is in the right. Out goes Curtis, playable for the right fielder, and the side will be retired. Khan works around a 1-out single by Nabarro. Well, quickly for the relief pitcher for the Legends, and we're on to the 7th, 12-3 lead for Santa Barbara.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
On to the 7th inning at Eddie Matthews Field on the campus of Santa Barbara High School. New arm is entering for the Sturs. J.D. Goodcase will take over for Kahalika, who went 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 2 and struck out 2. But it's now Goodcase, who just recently committed to Point Loma down in San Diego, is making some visits in schools in the San Diego and Southern California area and decided on Point Loma. So congratulations to J.D. and he's going to be facing 2, 3, 4, Bose, Birdsall, and Anderson. Stirs up 12-3.
JD Summers been a sign of it.
That's inside ball 1 to Bose.
And if, JD's form this summer is a sign of what Point Loma's getting, they should be in for a treat. ERA of 1.5. Really solid strikeout arm out of the pen.
This is back to the hill. Goodcase makes the play 1 away. It was an 0-1 count. But JD takes care of business. Bose is retired. And that's going to bring up Mitchell Birdsall.
And really, Goodcase has been on fire recently.
Yes.
The only runs he's given up this summer came in his first appearance back on June 7th. Since then, 6 straight games where he hasn't allowed a run. Really impressive stuff from 2-1.
So here's Birdsall. Gone 0 for 3. Starts off the plate appearance with a low ball. He's K'd twice in a line out to second base, and Terrence Kill is back over at second for the 2nd straight day. Even though he didn't start there yesterday with Sawyer Farr. This is lifted in a shallow right. Brenton Clark has a long run. Terrence Kill is there as well, but it's going to be Clark for the 2nd out in the inning.
Quick out, too, with that. Goodcase trying the first 2 he's faced in quick fashion.
That's going to bring up now Will Anderson. Base is clear, 2 down. For the Menlo Park Legends, after their loss yesterday, 13-19. Also playing their 33rd game of the regular year. Of course, the Legends and every other team in the CCL. A couple more weeks of CCL play before the postseason, which starts end of July. The Sturs playing their final CCL game of the season. Non-CCL game tomorrow against the Coastal Dodgers, which will be final game of the regular year. That's away, 2-0 for Will Anderson.
Look over to the team currently half a game behind the Stars in the CCL South standings. The Oaks up 10-3 over the Bombers, so a good thing. Both of these teams really in command here in the later parts of each game.
JD falls behind 3-0, and remember, Santa Barbara just a half game lead over the Conejo Oaks in the Southern Division. Looks like it'll be the same way into tomorrow.
An absolute dogfight to end the season.
It's going to be a 4-pitch, 2-out walk for Will Anderson. He's going to reach for the 2nd time. Did reach on error back in the 4th, but base on balls for the number 4 batter to bring up Austin Rabago. Rabago is ground out to 2nd, bounce into a fielder's choice. Has a base hit.
Interestingly enough, though, big 3-game set here coming up for the CCL South. The Riptide and Oaks meeting each other tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That could very easily, kind of decide how things end in the South Division. Both teams, obviously the Oaks half a game behind, the Riptide 2 games back as well, riding some really nice form. Definitely something to keep an eye on. I know I'll be paying attention to.
JD falls, gets ahead, 0-2 against Rabago. 1 on, 2 out in the 7th. Crazy how good the top 3 teams in the Southern Division have been in the past 2 weeks. JD, 0-2. Big chopper. It's going to be Esker. Will touch second base to retire to the side. Goodcase works around a 2-out walk, and it's time to stretch in Santa Barbara. Stars on top, 12-3 over the Legends.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the seventh, Sturs lead 12-3. Jack Holman leads off for the Sturs. Kahn remains in this game, starts off the inning with a strike on the outside edge. It's Holman, Kill, Clark. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for Santa Barbara. Kahn's been in this game since the middle of the fourth. There's no 1. Popped up to the right side. Rabago moves in, but it's going to be the shortstop Bose, 1 away.
Now batting, number 2, Terrence Kill the second.
Going on. It's going to bring up TK and Terrence. After yesterday's ball game, 5 RBIs, 4 for 4 with a walk. He's gone 2 for 4 today, and RBI, and 2 runs scored. And with TK coming into form after 2 solid days, that is huge for Santa Barbara going into Wichita. We saw it time and time again, Nate, especially the middle part of the season, especially with games on the line. Terrence Kill coming to the plate, producing.
Yeah, he has won the Foresters a lot of games this summer.
He's going to pop this one up on the infield. It's going to be Anderson, moved back in the second out of the inning.
To be said, a lot of the outs that the Legends pitching staff has been getting today have just been, infield flies. Kind of popped up pretty high. A lot of guys having to chase either in the infield dirt or in the foul territory. Stars getting under a lot of these pitches.
We noted in the last inning, too, Teru Khan, he was working quick, and I should say quick as in efficient, and he's got 2 quick outs in the 7th.
Yeah, definitely stretching a pretty long appearance here. His previous 2 appearances, he never went longer than 1 2/3. He entered the game in this 4th. This is his, I think his 3rd inning here.
It's going to be Brenton Clark, who's 3 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored himself. Rolls outside first base, a ball and a strike for Brenton.
3rd full inning at that.
Yeah,
Pitched
3rd full
5,
inning,
6.
3 and change.
Yeah. And that's so crucial to, he obviously didn't take everyone.
It's another fly ball. Deeper into the outfield this time, and Curtis will move in, and 3 pop-ups for Teru Khan to work efficiently in the 7th. And we're through 7. Still a 12-3 lead for Santa Barbara High School.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the 8th inning. Steele Eves will enter the ballgame for the Sturs on the hill. J.D. Goodcase will go an inning. No hits, no runs. You walked one. No Ks. It is a 12-3 lead. Not the typical situation that we've seen Steele Eves work this season, but a good chance to just throw an inning, maybe two, get ready for Wichita.
Yeah, the CCL leader in saves. I think the main reason why he's coming in here, obviously it's not a save situation, but, you know, you want that arm fresh for Wichita. And has he been so effective? He was the all-star, pitched in the CCL All-Star game on Wednesday, was named the pitcher of the game. Got the save in that one, and it only seems fitting, right?
He's quickly ahead 0-2 on Cole Curtis, and then it will be Zamitis Feliciano scheduled. 6-7-8, top of the 8th inning, 12-3 Forester lead. And 0-2 pitch. Staying alive is Curtis. And last time we saw Steele work was on the 11th. Actually picked up the win in the 7-6 win over the Conejo Oaks. When inning in the third, K2. And prior to that, we were seeing Steele almost every other day, and has been needed, of course, the All-Star break. But now another 0-2 pitch, inside, ball one.
And, you know, you have to be thinking as you head into Wichita, kind of as you establish yourself here as the closer, you might have to be ready to be pitching on, you know, back-to-back days. Go multiple days in a row, throwing that 9th inning, maybe the 8th and 9th inning. It's going to be a test for Steele, but one that you have to think he's capable of after this summer.
It's 1-2 for Cole Curtis. Struck him out one away in the 8th. And Nate, along that lines as well, if Santa Barbara is slated for a game at midnight, what you're going to have to do to get ready to pitch at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, that is a completely different animal for any relief pitcher, especially late in the game.
Just a completely different animal for anybody. I mean, that's going to be a test for the Foresters, obviously. But, you know, the good thing about that, both teams are going to be playing at midnight. It's a test for the other team as well. And then at that point, it's just about who's mentally stronger, who's better prepared. And you have to think there's been so much experience in the NBC, you know, World Series for the Foresters. You have to think Bill Pintard has them on the right program for those situations.
1-1 now for Cal Zamitis, who's gone 0 for 3. 12-3 Forester leading the 8th. And I think it's always fascinating. We asked Nick Abraham and even Josh Hyman yesterday when they were on, might have been Tyler, one of the two guys that typically come out of the pen, but what it's like for those guys to get ready, especially, I just think it's personally fascinating how different guys handle it. Seeing interviews with MLB closers over the years and how they say they get ready and just you have to be ready to go at 10 o'clock at night. Not an easy thing to do. That's down for ball 2.
Not an easy thing to do, indeed, but no, you have to be ready for anything as your team's closer. You're getting thrown into the most crucial part of a game, the 9th inning, in a tight one, and you have to be able to handle it.
Comes a 2-1 pitch, chopped outside third, 2-2. Remember, this is the final game of the season CCL play for Santa Barbara. Their season finale, regular season, will be tomorrow. 2 o'clock first pitch against the Coastal Dodgers. 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, soft hit. Esker charges and will make the play. 2 away.
Good adjustment from Esker. Kind of took an awkward hop off the pitcher's mound, but he read it perfectly and got the throw in time. Out 2.
Two down, nobody on. Here's Emilio Feliciano, 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch from Eves will miss upstairs, ball 1. A bit of a breeze now blowing in towards the plate.
Feels good.
Does. Not the typical breeze we see here. 1-1 now. The bottom, the inning, McPaul, Becker, and Hoover coming up for the Stirs. 1-1 delivery. Off the end of the bat, strike 2.
I always appreciate when we give our scientific takes. You were talking about the table of elements earlier with Nick Abraham. I remember you gave a little analysis of the sun and where it sets. Turn off some astronomy skills, Hunter. I didn't know you had that in you.
Being out near the water long enough, you kind of take note of it a little bit more. Watching the sunset. 1-2 pitch. Strikes him out. Eves, K's 2 in the 8th. We're going on to the bottom of the inning, 12-3 lead for Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the bottom of the 8th inning, Santa Barbara 12-3 lead. Mick Paul, Zane Becker, Caleb Hoover will be coming up to face a new arm. Will Marlin, the right-hander, will take over. It's a 12-3 Forster lead in the 8th inning. The inning starts off with a high ball, 1-0 as Paul's had a fantastic day. He's come in with runners in front of him, brought home 4 runs today, 2 hits and a walk.
Marlon's been a pretty good arm this summer for the Legends. 1.8 ERA, has that sidearm release, that so tough to read as a hitter. We've talked about it a couple times now. That one will find the zone quickly ahead here. 3-0 to McPaul.
Paul's been doing so well just to get on base today. 3-0 pitch is located. 3-1.
Marlin, interestingly enough, though, and despite his success, he's only got 4 strikeouts on the year through 10 innings. Good job just trusting his defense on those outs.
Comes a 3-1 pitch into the gap in right center field, and Mick Paul has got another hit on the day. He picks up his 3rd knock, and he is aboard to start the 8th.
Yeah, really good day from Mick Paul. Multi-hit day, obviously the RBI, few RBIs as well. Absolutely feeling it here.
It's 12-3 lead. Bottom of the 8th. Zane Becker slices off the first pitch. Strike 1. Becker, he's got a hit today. Paul is aboard. And one thing Santa Barbara has done so well throughout this season, we haven't talked about it much in recent games, but the Sturs entering today had 198 walks, and they have now eclipsed 200 walks on the season. That is just through essentially now 33 games. Unbelievable how many free passes they've had.
Yeah, absolutely incredible, man. Good vision at the plate, being patient. The right pitches serves you well, turns out.
That's a nice 1-1 delivery for strike 2. The hand of Will Marlin. Paul's at first. Nobody out in a 12-3 game in the bottom of the 8th. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Good grab by Ryan Cartwright. Remember, he's now in the game after pinch hitting in the earlier innings. 2-2. Comes the pitch to Becker. He stays alive. I mean, look into the 9th inning as well for Santa Barbara in terms of what they're doing with their pitching staff. Use Steele leaves efficiently in the 8th. Struck out 2. And see if they go with Steele. Just have him throw an inning. What is a 12-3 lead? Bottom of 8. Comes the 2-2 pitch to Zane Becker. Struck him out 1 away in the 8th.
High breaking ball in the zone. Becker thought that was going to break a little bit more. And just stayed up there and it's out 1.
Now batting, number 14.
Ball remains at first. But here's now Caleb Hoover, and great to see what Caleb has been able to do today. Stands in with 1 down, RBI single, a double, a walk. Last time he stood and he was grounded out to the first baseman to be retired for the first time today. First pitch away, ball 1. Santa Barbara entering today 198 walks in 32 games played. They have a number of walks today. That's in their 1-1 for Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been talking about this, but Hoover's been probably his, if not his best series of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
The home run yesterday, a few hits, and a 2-run single his first time up.
This is roped into right, but out there is Curtis. Makes the play, diving to his knees, 2 down. Good read by Cole Curtis, 2 away. That's going to now bring in Makani Nabarro, 2 away. And Mick Paul still remains at first base. It's a 12-3 game. And what a day it has been for Makani Nabarro since entering for Nate Castillon, and we hope Nate's okay. Taking the ball in the neck helmet area. in the opening inning. Navarro has entered this game, and he's gone 3 for 3. All the hits in the right field and picked up an RBI and a run scored.
He's been really, really fun to watch today. A lot of loud hits.
At first is Paul, 2 down. 1-0 pitch, and is caught by Rabago. What an effort. Austin Rabago climbing the ladder to rob McConney of his 4th hit of the day. Big time play by the second baseman, but the side is retired. We're on to the 9th and is a 12-3 lead for the Santa Barbara Foresters.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
On to the 9th inning is a 12-3 lead for the Sturs. Thanks for sticking with us. The sun is getting lower in the Santa Barbara sky. Steel Eves remains in this ball game. Ryan Cartwright stands in for the 2nd time. The catcher who took over in the 6th when he had a pinch hit RBI single. It's his first look at the tough Steel Eves.
A good introduction for Cartwright, and very tough test here for the catcher.
Checks his swing. 2-0.
Eves is toughest pitchers to face in the CCL.
It's going to be Cartwright, Degler, Bose. That's foul back. 2-1 with Legends trailing 12-3 in the final inning.
It's really cool to have the Legends down here for a couple of games. Founded by David Klein, a former Stur himself, and said that he took a lot of inspiration.
This is lifted in the left center field. Navarro long run, but instead it's going to be Mick Paul for the first out in the 9th.
As I was saying, said he took a lot of inspiration from Bill Pintard when founding the Summerall team, and they were in the CCL for a while, a couple of dormant years, and this is their 2nd season back in the league, and still trying to adjust back to it, but it's a really, cool program and a really good thing that they're doing up there in the peninsula. It's good to have a team up in that region where there's so much baseball talent coming from being represented in the CCL.
Which also shows a testament for what Bill Pintard has really built here in Santa Barbara. Early on in the season with Bob Townsend starting the Foresters in the early 90s, saying he had the foundation laid, I should say. He laid down the foundation, and Bill Pintard built the house for what the Foresters are today, and they're continuing to expand with their Hugs for Cubs Foundation, and the implications and what former Foresters go on to do. Pretty cool to see.
So, recently Garrett Crochet, a former Star, had a complete game shutout for the Red Sox. Ryan O'Hearn made the All-Star game as the DH for the AL. That's a cool thing to be seeing future MLB stars take the field for the Santa Barbara.
He's at a 2-2 count now against Charlie Degler. With 1 away, bases clear, 12-3 score, top of 9. Santa Barbara looking for 2 more outs. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. K number 3 for Eves. 2 down in the 9th.
This is now his best strikeout day of the summer. He's reached 2 a lot of the times. This is his first game with 3 in an outing.
And the Legends down to their final out in Santa Barbara. James Bowes stands in. He was looking for one more out, starts off the AB with a called strike. Bowes does have a hit today, an RBI infield single, but falls behind 0-2 against Steele.
Kids, if you want to be like the best closer in the CCL, he gave you 3 steps: eat a lot, lift a lot, and throw a lot. Really sounds that simple, huh, Hunter?
0-2 strikes him out. Back-to-back Ks in the ball game for Steele Eves. It's that simple, but it is a 12-3 final score. And Steele Eves pitches the final 2 innings. Great to see Eves back out on the bump, and the Sturs just finished their final CCL game of the regular season. A 12-3 win and a season series sweep over the 2 games of the Menlo Park Legends. And Santa Barbara will move to 23-9. That will be their final and official CCL record for this season.
And what a run it has been in the CCL. We'll dive into tomorrow what needs to happen for them to hold on to that first place lead over the last week or so of the actual CCL regular season. Obviously, Foresters ending it early because of the trip to Wichita, but a really, really solid campaign that you have to be happy with if you're Bill Pintard, and close it out tomorrow in the regular season against the Coastal Dodgers. Emphatic fashion so far over the last couple games.
And Santa Barbara, once again, big team victory for the Sturs. 17 hits today, and the pitching staff just allowed 6. And well done from Santa Barbara.
It's the 3rd straight game after the All-Star break where the Sturs have put up double digits onto the scoreboard. And that's really the important thing. You know, the bats were kind of cold. The middle parts of the season, or the pitching staff kind of took over. Now you're having the best of both worlds. A dominant performances on the hill and some really nice play offensively. That's a recipe for success heading into tomorrow in Wichita.
Once again, the final score, 12-3 Foresters take the game tomorrow. First pitch will be right around 2 o'clock local time. So if you're in the area, final chance to see the Foresters this season playing at Eddie Matthews Field. For the entire team, the staff, Nate Martin, Nick Abraham, I am Hunter Shoemake saying so long from Santa Barbara. We'll see you tomorrow when the Sturs back in action.